Welcome to the Fire Mountain Gems and Beads Jewelry Studio. I'm Sue Ripsch, and today I'm going to be making a crystal dream with a twist bracelet like this one here on the end. Or you can make it with all smooth rings, and there's an example of one with different colors of Swarovski crystals. You can find the instructions for this in my book, Classic Chainmaille Jewelry with a Twist, that's sold at Fire Mountain Gems and Beads online. To begin with, you do a little bit of prep work with beading. You'll need a crimp, you'll need a wire guard, and about 12 inches of beading wire. Now I've already placed my crimp and my wire guard on the end, and that's what you need to do on one end of your chain, of your beading wire. Okay? Then I'm going to ask you to have a piece of wire ready, or you could use a wire tie. Have it bent in half, the ends twisted, and I'm going to ask you to take one of the small rings and run it through the wire guard, and then also through the wire, and close it. And then I'd like you to run a second small ring through the same path, through the wire guard, and up through the wire, right beside the other ring. Okay? Now I'm going to ask you to take a large, smooth, open ring and run it through the two small rings and close it. And note that that's on one side of the wire guard. And now I'd like you to take another large, smooth, open ring and run it through the two small rings on the other side of the wire guard. And it kind of travels around sometimes, so let me get it where I need it. There we go. And here we are. So you'll see that the wire guard is between those two large rings, and that's where it will stay. The beading wire always runs through the middle of the weave, so now I'm going to take a small open ring and run it through the two large rings, and it will be on one side of the beading wire, like so. And then I'd like to take another small ring and run it through the two large rings on the other side of the beading wire. Let me show you that. So here you can see the two small rings that I placed. Okay, and the beading wire goes right through the middle. All right. Now my next step, I'm going to take a large twisted ring and run it through the two small rings on one side of the beading wire. And see, okay. Close it. And then I'm going to take another large twisted ring and run it through the same small rings, but I'm going to be on the other side of the beading wire because I want the beading wire to stay down the middle of my chain. See? All right, now I'm going to get to start using crystals. I'm going to take a crystal, and today I'm using a red one. And I'm going to slide it down so that it goes inside the two twisted rings. Now, to trap it, I want to take a small ring, run it through the two twisted rings on one side of the beading wire, and then place a second small ring through the two twisted rings on the other side of the beading wire, always keeping the beading wire in the center. So there. Okay? So my next step is to take a large smooth ring, run it through the two small rings on one side of the beading wire, take a large smooth ring, run it through the two small rings on the other side of the beading wire, There you are. Your crystal above is trapped. Now you're ready to do another crystal. So this is the start of the Crystal Dream with a Twist bracelet. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please pick up my book where you can see the complete pattern as well as other patterns at Fire Mountain Gems and Beads online, where they also sell jump rings, crystals, tools, and other beading supplies. Thank you.